Hello Internet and welcome to this new video. So this video isn't a tutorial per se, but okay, here it goes. I think I've received enough comments saying that OsTirus doesn't sound like the real VirusTi. The real VirusTi has a rounder sound and yeah, it just sound better and warmer. Okay, actually, even some of the comments assumed that I don't have a VirusTi and I don't know the sound of a VirusTi, and that's why I'm defending OsTirus, right? And I'm sorry for everyone who said that this is my VirusTi. As you can see in here, it's connected via USB. And here's the funny part. Some of the comments actually said that the VirusTi, even when it's hooked via USB and you're using audio over USB, it still sounds rounder and better than OsTirus. I'm at this point where, you know what? I think I need to do a test once and for all and see whether OsTirus sounds different from the real VirusTi. And there's no better test than that, than a null test. Now, please note, you'll probably get different results if you're using the audio outputs of your virus, because the virus is going to convert from digital to analog, and then your sound card is going to convert from analog to digital, and there's your preamps. So there's a lot of factors that might alter the sound. But in here, OsTirus running in the DAW, the virus is hooked via USB, it's audio over USB basically. So yeah, as pure as it can get of a signal that I'm getting from the virus. So to do this test, what I'm going to do in here, the virus, I'm going to set it to, both of them, they're going to be saw waves. I'm going to null test a saw wave, and I think this is more than enough to prove the point. So I'm going to take the first oscillator, I'll set the phase in here to 1. So we'll get the same phase, on both synthesizers. The pinch parameter, I'll set it to 0. And the filters, I'll keep them exactly the way they are. Actually, I'll just take filter number 1. So we're sure we're having the same filter on both, right? And I'm going to go to the FXs in here. See this analog boost? I'll take it down. So no analog boost, nothing is trying to alter the sound. And as you can see, there's nothing else running in here. All right, so now we have a pure saw wave from the VirusTi. And by the way, I'm playing a C3 note in here. Let's go to OsTirus, and we're going to do the same thing. So oscillator number 1 in here, phase to 1. I'm going to set the punch parameter to 0. Let's go to the FXs in here, analog boost, take it down. The filters, same thing, only filter number 1, and we have a blank saw wave. So for this test, I'm going to record directly. I won't bounce, okay? So let's take this audio. It's going to receive audio from OsTirus pre, okay? Let's set the MIDI clip in here. Let's record a little bit. Perfect, blank saw wave. Let's do the same thing with the virus. So this one, let's call it OsTirus, and it's not going to record anything. Now let's add another audio track. So set it to VirusTi pre. Let's record. Now let's set the MIDI clip in here and let's record. So now we have this. Perfect. So another blank saw wave from the virus. So this one is going to call virus, and let's take the inputs off. Now we're going to group both of these clips together. Let's go to the virus. We're going to set the playhead right at the beginning of the saw wave, like exactly right in here. Let's give it a little bit of volume. You know what? Someone will tell me that adding volume will change the sound. So no volume in here. Let's keep it the way it is. Let's just set it to start exactly at the beginning. Let's do the same thing with OsTirus. And by the way, as you can see, the pitching mode in here is set to repitch. Basically, you know what? I'll keep it to raw. Leave audio untouched. All right? Let's do the same thing with OsTirus. Set the mode in here to raw, so nothing's going to happen. And let's set the beginning exactly in here, just like with the virus, right? And now they are almost both starting at the same point. Almost. Let's move this tiny bit like so. The virus, there's tiny bit of difference, but they're almost at the same place. Now let's take OsTirus. Let's add a tool in here. So the tool, with it, we can actually phase invert. This is how we do a null test. We phase invert one of the signals. And now let's play them and see what we will get. Let's set both levels. First of all, let's just make sure that both are at the same level. So with the BX meter in here, let's see what we have. Okay, minus 24.6 for OsTirus, and on the virus we are running at hold on. So OsTirus, okay, both are the same level. Now let's see when we're going to null test them what we will get. Nothing. They perfectly null. This means that the signal is exactly the same from the virus and from OsTirus. So yeah, I think this proves a point. I mean, everyone is going to tell you that, anyone is going to tell you that they sound different. The virus is warmer or whatever. Just show them this. I mean, you can't, yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say more. It's just, they perfectly null. They perfectly null. They sound exactly the same. There's no difference between them. You know, OsTirus is a VirusTi unless you are adding something in the signal chain that is going to make the signal warmer. So yeah, I think this proves a point. Yeah, and with this is the end of this video. See you in the next one.